Hi, I'm Chef Shellie from Kitchencue. Today in our time together, we are going to focus on the technique of blanching. Now, while blanching doesn't sound as sexy as sauté, many of the ingredients that you receive in your CSA box will benefit from this technique because it brings out the natural sweetness of the vegetable. Plus, it's a great first step in the process of freezing herbs and greens. So many of you are probably sitting there saying, what is blanching? Well, blanching is a cooking method whereby vegetables and sometimes fruits are cooked in boiling water until they are just barely tender. So let's jump into a demonstration to highlight. This week we've got some lovely green beans in our CSA box, and these are a perfect candidate for blanching. So you don't need a lot of equipment to do blanching. We just need a pot with some boiling water in it, some salt for seasoning, a bowl with some ice and a little bit of water, a colander or a strainer to drain the green beans, and then either a tea towel or some paper towel to dry the green beans off. So the first step is to go ahead and bring your water to a boil and season that water with salt. Now we know that salt helps to elevate the natural flavor of food, and this water is going to permeate the green beans as they cook, so we want it to be well seasoned. While we're waiting for the water to come to a boil, you want to go ahead and prepare your vegetables. So peel it, chop it, trim it. I just went ahead and trimmed off the edge of these green beans. Now before I put these green beans into the water, I'm going to take a little taste. I'm just going to snip off a little bit, and I'm going to get what I call a baseline flavor of these green beans. So they're delicious. They taste sweet, but they also taste a little vegetal and green. Of course, right? Well, like I said earlier, blanching helps to elevate the natural sweetness of the vegetable. So what's going to happen when we put these in the water, that starch and green grassiness is going to convert to sugar. And as it cooks, we'll go ahead and taste it and see that transformation from green and vegetal to a little sweeter. And we want to be able to have a baseline flavor so that we know what we're after. So let's go ahead and put our green beans into our boiling water. We want to make sure we have enough water to cover the green beans. And we bring it back up to a simmer and let it cook for about 2 or 3 minutes. So there's some good visual clues that can indicate to you if you're getting close to the vegetables being done. One is, they get nice and tender. But 2 is that they turn this really beautiful, vibrant color green. So when they start to feel tender, this is at the point where I like to take my knife and have a little snippet and taste them. And you can really tell how that grassy flavor has reduced and the sweetness is elevated. So I think we're ready to stop the cooking process. We're going to take these beans and drain them in a colander. And immediately put them into this ice water bath. This is called shocking the vegetable. What this does is it stops the cooking process, and in the case of these beautiful green vegetables, it sets their color. So here's an example. This is what we ended up with, and this is what we started with. Can you see the difference in color? So don't let them linger too long in the ice water because they can get waterlogged. It's really only long enough for them to get completely cool. Now with green vegetables especially, it's important to do the ice bath because I'm sure we've all seen asparagus and spinach and green beans turn that horrible drab brown green color. That's because they're overcooked, or maybe they were cooked perfectly but they weren't shocked. Again, shocking sets the color and stops the cooking process. So we just take them out of the water, put them onto your tea towel or paper towel to dry them off, and now they're ready for anything. So you can keep these green beans in your refrigerator for 3 to 5 days. Put them on salads, use them as a nice crudité for hummus, delicious. You can also saute them gently with a little bit of olive oil, some ground almonds, a little bit of lemon juice, make a little green bean almondine. You can toss them in some olive oil, salt and pepper, throw them on the grill and get that nice charred flavor just for a few seconds because they're already cooked. Or you can simply toss them in a vinaigrette and let them marinate in your refrigerator. I have one over here that I've started for us. It's a soy sesame vinaigrette. The recipe will be after the video, as well as on the Grant Family Farms website. So I mixed that vinaigrette up. I'm just going to put the green beans in this vinaigrette, put a little bit more toasted sesame seeds on top, some scallions that are in the CSA box. This is all great uses. Take a spoon and just stir it. Now this blanching technique applies to all vegetables. Water to a boil, season with salt, put the vegetables in and cook them until they are just tender. Look for that transformation of starchy and green to sweet. Immediately drain them in a colander, put them into an ice bath and shock them. That sets the color and stops the cooking. This is really crucial for green vegetables, otherwise they'll be kind of brown and yucky looking. Take them out of the water, don't let them get waterlogged, put them onto a dry towel, and then the sky's the limit. For more great cooking inspirations, feel free to visit my website, kitchencue.com. I'll see you in the kitchen.